Are we on the air? I think we might be. Alright, let's do a check quick. Alright, the stream came online. We have no watchers yet. We're going to cycle through. We got above. We got the zoom. Right side. Open hours. I was sick. This is day 2 being sick, but I'm marginally better today than I was yesterday. Whew, the same camera, just no green screen. Okay. KVM's alive. Repair, nothing's on it. And then the repair only. We got that. Let's go back to above. Hold on a second. Can you back up a little, guys? Alright? Just a little. Not too bad. Should we go with that? Go there. Alright, today's topic of discussion. And we've seen this quite a few times. I wish that wouldn't shake, but it does. We've seen this quite a few times. If your computer's running slow, you know, more often than not, it can be, in my experience, it can be something that isn't checked often enough, and that would be the cooling for it. So this one was running slow, and I'm going by the age of it. Does it have a manufacture date? I don't know if it does. Let's check it real quick. No. But if we want to date it, as long as it hasn't had a ROM replacement, I suppose we could do it that way, right? Let's take a look-see. Take a little look, a little see inside. If it's got any type of date. Sorry about the shaky camera. How do I fix that though? How do I fix it? You're mounted to the same bench I'm working on, in a sense. The screen, there it's out. Okay. Thought we were getting crazy for a minute. Take our ROM screw out. And that looks to be what the rest are going to be. Let's pull another one to verify. Can we mix them up? Sure we can. Kitty, hold those please. There, we'll add Kitty to the stream. Which isn't even a cat. Okay. January 2013, according to... Yeah, hold on. Let's try... We're going to specifically look right there. Can anybody see that or no? No, January 2013. The focus, these cameras don't like focusing close. If I configure the right hand side one to have the autofocus on, let's try that. That way we can have something clear to show you. I always wish that I'd done this before the stream and then I got to start it after. So let's find out. Can it focus that close? January 2013. Not going to focus or what? Yeah, too much glare. Overloading the camera. 100%. Yeah. We're going to do one better. One better and drop our exposure level. No, of course. I lose my window. Okay, hit apply. We drop the exposure. We'll hide the camera source. January 2013. Hopefully you can read that. If it would grab focus. There, I could read it on screen, so I know you could. Going by the age of this, moving on now. Since we a rough date, and that's a rough date, like I said, because if this ever had a ROM replacement and a used ROM was put in it because the shop or the person, whoever, wanted to save money and went used, well, that's why it's a rough date. You don't know. In this case, it's an HP ROM, so I'd be inclined to say that it is the original one. It's not going to be a long stream today. So when I get a slow computer, this is where I like to start with it. It's not the best place, well, okay. Not the best place to start, but it's where I start, just kind of as a courtesy, I guess, to the machine itself, the owner. Okay, and with any luck, our mic synced back up and we didn't lose it. Oh, we got a green light, so we're good. Okay, freshly cleaned. Boy, how do we get something to focus? It's trying, but it can't. No can do. You really can't grab focus that close to you? Logitech webcam? Anyhow, it's clean. Believe it. Or don't. I mean, it's not a requirement. Okay. We need to clean the thermal paste off there quick. So let's get our brush designed to do that. Simple process of what I did for that. Old paintbrush, cheap one, plastic bristles. Heat shrink around the bristles, leave some sticking out, and then heat shrink around the bristles and the part that holds the bristles. Leave a little bit out. As you can tell, it works well for removing thermal paste, even though it won't focus. And this is very dry on here. We're going to knock the chunks off with this brush. And there we go, there's that. Hit that with some alcohol and a Q-tip. Also, take the motherboard over. Same thing. Knock some thermal compound into the trash can. Okay, there's that. Let's go back to that camera. Grab one Q-tip. 418, we're going to have a get your stuff and get out alarm. But that's our few minutes to reassemble this, so we're going to do that today. A little bit of alcohol, Q-tip. Give that a cleaning and let it evaporate. Also, we'll clean that up. I'm pretty sure you could use IPA for this. I use alcohol on this though. IPA. Isn't it the same thing basically? Or am I mistaken? Is my thought process wonky and wrong? Alright, let that dry, get some thermal compound. We do not have much here. We need to order another. I want to get a big tube of it. These little, what are they, 3-ounce tubes, 2.5-ounce tubes do not do any justice whatsoever. Oh, you can stand right there, time being. That should work. Enough? Maybe. That'd be cool, and then I don't have to get any from a pack. Alright, we're going to go with that little bit there and avoid having to spread it from the pack. It's not a nice straight line. It doesn't have to be. And we might be able to get one more laptop processor out of that. Let's go ahead. Oh, there, I told you it was there. Now it's very vital. We got to keep an eye on the clock. Much dust? No. Some dust though, so we're going to take and there, got it. We're going to go ahead and Q-tip, or not Q-tip, use our old lens cleaner quick and just bristle the fan off, knock some of the dust loose if we can. Alright. Let's get this fan clip back together. What do we have? 2 screws to put in. Let's go ahead, get those reassembled. Maybe. This might happen today. And then again, it might not. You know what? We're gonna go down to our Phillips triple zero. That seems like it would work better. For these tiny screws. That other one, it was getting in there, but just not quite enough. Yeah, that's our spot right there. Alright, put that away. Go back to the pH, what is it, pH 0, pH 1 preferred Phillips of choice for laptop disassembly. Okay, we got that. Let's go ahead and get one screw started. Go to a diagonal. It's down, get this other one down, and let these other 2 work that thermal paste out. You don't need too much, and in my opinion, manufacturers put way too much on. I don't think you need that big glob surrounding the processor die and leaking off onto the capacitors and resistors. Whatever, all those little things on top of the processor. Anytime you would see that on the older ones, like the old Core Duos, Core 2 Duos, those chips, the top of the fiberglass PCB part of the chip would be all popcorned, and basically like when clear coat paint flakes off, you'd always see it, you'd have this black spot on it where it was just like burnt from heat transmitting out the spot that wasn't intended. So that's why I never bought them putting them big globs on like that. And newer CPUs just don't have the age to them yet to where the same thing could happen. Will it? I don't know. Maybe. I am not a psychic. If you want that, you call Miss Cleo or whoever on the 900 number. They'll charge you for that call though, so be prepared. Alright, display connector. We have our one and only motherboard screw. That's a through hole. Let's look at this. So these are all literally through holes for this whole laptop except this one screw over here. This one lonesome screw in the corner that holds this motherboard in place. Wow. Alright. I won't get down on people's methods for engineering. HP clearly doing something right. They got more money than me and you. So I'd say there's an awful lot of dumb people out there buying bad products, or they know what they're doing, or both. Is it possible it's both? Okay, we have that. We have that. Let's reconnect our SATA cable, SATA connector for the optical drive, and it's not SATA, it's well, it's proprietary SATA in laptops. It's kind of the standard, I think, now. Will that go down? Why was it not? It's kind of bugging me. Just a stiff cable? Could it be? Sure. Alright, that's on. So we got, what did we disconnect again? We did this, the screw, the display cable, the DC jack, the ribbon cable for the daughter board, and I think that's it for this stage. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Not too much dust and dirt on this. We're going to flip it back over and put it together. Now granted, now this isn't fact, this is a service. If somebody wants it done, they can come in and have just this done if they think that their heat sink's clogged up and they don't feel, you know, no air coming out the vent. That's something we do is just a cleaning like that versus cleaning with the software and repairing windows. Okay, but, and this is an advertised thing that we do, but when a computer comes in that it's running slow or running hot, this is the first step that I personally take. It can extend the life of the computer if the computer is not already, you know, if your CPU is not already half baked. On the other hand, if anybody's noticed that sticker there, that's my second favorite processor brand. Yes, I am partial to Intel, and that's just the way it is. Let's take a coffee break quick, people. We got an iPhone screen coming up. We still got the rest of this DC thing to do. We have another DC jack related issue. We've got, look at this, we've got another whack here, another whack, or Mac. Another Mac coming in hot with the Mac. Alright, a little more coffee break and then we'll try and wrap this today. Alright, speakers reconnected. Let's go for our 2 tweezers and 2 ribbon cables. One and 2. Something felt weird about that. I'm gonna take and redo it just to be sure. Check twice, assemble once. In my case, check 10 times, assemble 20. Excuse me, people. Excuse me. Okay, and we determined what? That there was how many screws in this part of the computer? 4 or 5? Kitty, too many. Come on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I turned this, the only thing I did do that was off camera was totally no, I didn't disassemble and check the fan. I turned it on to feel the airflow, and you could feel a slight bit of airflow. Basically, I posted it to BIOS, felt the airflow, and like, okay, we'll check that. It don't feel right. So here, there is the complete part 1 for slow do what with your computer. Something you can do. If you're not familiar with tearing them apart, or you need a hand or have questions about your particular model, contact the store. 814-342-7533. Contact me on social media through YouTube. Dave or myself would be thrilled to answer any questions if you have any. Can't promise we'll have answers, can only promise that we would try to answer it. Alright, keyboard. Keyboard is installed. Something snapped back apart. Back in the battery bay. Yep. And this guy doesn't have, this sad computer here doesn't have a battery, so what to do? We're not going to run it off battery, that's for sure. I'm going to see if we have a scrap one here that at least holds some kind of charge. That way, if he's in a situation where he briefly loses power, he's not risking corrupting files on the hard drive because the computer shuts right down. I'm going to check with him to see if he has the battery in and just runs it in a always plugged in state. So maybe that's why the battery is pulled in. If it's always plugged in, that's something you can do too, is keep your battery unplugged and periodically plug it in and you know, charge it up, run the computer unplugged and discharge the battery and give it another good full charge, like a whole cycle of, if you have it unplugged for a while, plug it in, charge it up, unplug computer, run the battery down, charge it back up, then take it back out and run it. If you leave it dead for too long or draining power for too long, it can kill the life of the battery. Alright, there is the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi installed. I think the USB, we're going to put it in this side. Whew, that's a lot of screws. Let's try and drop some of these where they go. And that will save us time and not fighting it later on. Alright. Nice kitty. And this thing has actually been opened up, but to what extent, I don't know, because there are a bunch of marks on it. Not done by my hand, so it tells me that it's at least been opened to the point where the bottom case screws were taken out. Original ROM, original thermal paste, I do not know. And what a release it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3 we know we have. And where is number 4? I'm not good at finding this stuff. We have one, and it's, oh, it went in upside down at that. Alright, we gotta find our one loaner. Okay, we have one for the ROM and then 3 across the back here. Let's not lose those. Let's start here. When you're doing this too, I don't know if I've ever said, you don't need to be torquing these down and twisting with your hand. Just a good finger tight is all that's needed to hold them in. Don't need to go crazy with it. Trying to get all these internal ones on this silver, goldy, bronze colored area. This composite, plastic, alloy, wannabe, I don't know what. And it should be all those. I think we have, what, 1 or 2 up here to do. One there. One here and a couple on this side, and that should be the extent of the ones that we got to lay in ahead of time. Got it. Got it. Alright, got it. Let's check all these. We know we got these two. Got it. We'll check this side. Alright, let's get our ROM in and deal with one of our remaining 4. We're all out of prizes if you come in to pick up your prize that you won on the air.
No kidding.
Did you get an envelope?
Yeah.
Oh,
My other granddaughters.
boy, they're going through the screens, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. This one here won't even fire up, I don't think. I'm not sure. She did her own custom paint job.
Let me see it. Oh yeah, this is the custom paint job. Check that out. I think my kids know about finger paint people, but they have not done the custom job yet. And kids are good at going through screens, as is evidenced by that awesome crack. Here you go, sir.
There you go. I mean, this is all my granddaughters.
Here, let's do a lineup quick. Let me see them.
This 3 still in on there.
we've got 3 popular colors.
There's another one I don't even know it's a matter with. That's one, yeah, it's a bigger one.
Well,
It's somebody else's or something.
no, that's the one that was dropped in the swimming pool. They wanted us to take. Yeah, if you drop your tablet in a swimming pool and you turn it on, or it was on, and when you bring it out, it's off, and you take and let it sit, and then think that it's dry, and charge it up, and then try and turn it on, and it comes on for a minute, it's more than likely not going to be good, and we're not going to be able to take and use parts from it. Water does damage to electronics, especially when there's power in them. Could you take a tablet that was turned off and with no battery in it and drop it in water, submerge it, pull it back out, let it dry completely, and plug the battery back in and have it work? Probably, as long as that water didn't set for any amount of time and have a chance to corrode anything, oxidize anything. Maybe then, but I don't know. We're not here to do experiments like that. We're here to fix stuff that people do experiments on unwillingly. Alright, let's go in that way. We will try. Alright. ROM's in, hard drive's in, Wi-Fi's back where it is. We have no battery. As a matter of fact, for this one, we don't even have a power supply. Big hand for Kitty. Good job, Kitty, holding the screws. Somebody had to do it. Better you than me. Alright. Whew. We had a part that wasn't completely snapped. Go ahead and plug this in. Can we get the repair up for the day? I don't know. I just don't know. Let's find out. Nothing yet. Getting to be 4. What is it? What time is it? 4:39. So we're gonna head out of here. All right, there is your stage 1 for your computer running slow. Slow do what? Okay, as the video was titled. Slow do what? While this thing is booting, we got the HP and the spinny. We're going to give it a quick clean. Do we have paper towels here? No. No? I've got one. I've got one. Nothing great, but I've got one. Alright, let it soak in. Updating. Oh, it's updating. So this was powered down in the middle of updates. You think these updates are going to work when they come up, Dave?
What's that?
Module.
Is it going to work?
Yeah, maybe, huh? Won't find out till we find out. Wow, the heatsink was clogged up too. Error. Applying update operation. Okay, so yeah. Maybe we'll continue this tonight in an after hours. That way the videos aren't spaced too far apart and people could follow this path. Alright. Ooh, it looks like somebody touched this screen with super glue on their finger. Man, that's a tough spot. Either that or just some real heavy French fry grease or something.
Fry grease.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They touched it with something though, let me tell you. Because they definitely touched it with something. That was like, I had to scrub to where I was seeing the pixels discolor to get that one off of there. Man. And they knocked the lens out from their camera. Holy rip. We're gonna put a camera lens on this, like the lens for it, and see if it can get fixed up. But that, like I said, there's step one, stage one of computer running slow. What do you do? Well, check if it's a laptop, even a desktop of a got a little bit age to it, a few years under it's about. You want to check your fan, make sure your heat sink's clear from dust. The thermal paste, is it dried out? In this case it was, and the heat sink on this laptop was clogged. It happens, even in the cleanest of houses. The heat sink will get clogged up. All it takes is one little hair, a piece of dust that hits a fin, you know, hits on one of the fins going out, and stuff starts building up. There's step one, stage two, step two, whatever you want to call it. Coming up soon, we're going to jump into some software stuff. I would start it right now. However, we've got update, fatal error, all kind of crazy operations happening. Thanks for watching, people. Sunday, the podcast. Who knows what's going to happen there? We always talk about crazy stuff. Sometimes gaming, sometimes life, sometimes people and their feelings being hurt. You never know. Have a good weekend, and we'll be back again soon to see you. Thanks for watching.